I may call you later.
So, Doc, what do you want to do with all that stuff upstairs in your room?
All packed. Thank you, Wilson.
Good. You know, Doc, I'm really sorry to see you go. I had you made for the one who was going to make the grade.
Those are the breaks.
When you heading out?
As soon as Dr. Chumley gets back.
Did you hear back from the desk sergeant at the police accident bureau yet?
Not yet. I just got off the phone with the downtown dispensary. They haven't seen him yet.
It doesn't smell right to me. It's been over 4 hours we ain't heard from the doctor. Doc, I'm not sure if I'm going to see you again, so I want to say it's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm really sorry you got kicked in the act break.
Thank you, Wilson. Good luck to you, too.
Thanks. You let me know if you hear from that desk sergeant, because if we don't hear pretty soon, I'm going to have to go into town looking for the doctor. You ought to know better than go looking after a psycho without me.
I'd like to help look for the doctor, too, Wilson.
Well, that's mighty big of you, Doc. Especially after he just gave you the brush off.
I have no resentment against Dr. Chumley. He was right and I was wrong. It is my loss not to work with him.
You know, you're an awful big man yourself.
Thanks, Wilson.
Don't mention it.
Dr. Sanderson.
Yes?
Well, Doctor, I just wanted to say I wish you a lot of luck, too. And I'm sorry to see you go.
Are you sure you can spread these good wishes, Kelly?
Well, on second thought, maybe I can't. Forget it.
Here's a little piece of advice, Kelly. Take it or leave it. But I'd be more careful of the company I kept if I were you.
I beg your pardon, Doctor?
You don't have to. I said it was free. I saw you dancing with that trip at the Red Rose Hotel Saturday night.
Oh, did you? Well, I did notice you.
I'd be more careful of him if I were you. He looked like a schizophrenic halfway across the floor.
Well, he was my date, Doctor. You shouldn't have paid much mind to him.
That was his mentality. The rest of him.
But she was beautiful.
Who?
That girl you were with.
I thought you didn't notice.
Well, you kept bumping into us all night long. How could I not?
I'll have you know, Miss Kelly, that she is a wonderful girl. She has a kind disposition and she knows how to carry herself.
Ha! Funny, she couldn't rate a better date on a Saturday night.
She has an excellent mind.
Well, why doesn't she use it?
And I don't suppose you're to be censured for the hard-flipping shell that you carry. You're probably compensating for something.
I am not, and don't go using your psychology on me.
If I could just use something else on you. Just once. To see if you'd melt under any circumstances. I doubt it.
Well, you'll never know, Doctor.
Because you interest me as a case history, that's all. I'd like to know where you get your inflated ego.
Well, if you aren't the meanest person, case history, inflated ego.
Oh, don't go running away. Let's finish this.
Leave me alone.
Gladly.
Chumley's Rest. Oh, yes, Sergeant. Oh, no accident reports in town or the suburbs? Oh, well, look, Sergeant, maybe we better... Oh, never mind, Sergeant. He just walked in. Mr. Dowd.
These are for you, my dear.
Oh, why, thank you.
And they're quite fresh. I just picked them outside.
I hope Dr. Chumley didn't see you. These are his prized dahlias. Did he go upstairs?
Not knowing I cannot state. My dear, those colors really bring out your eyes.
Oh, fuchsia. I've never worn fuchsia before. It is a trying color.
My dear, you would improve any color. Where's Dr. Sanderson?
Oh, over there, I think.
There you are, Dad.
Dr. Sanderson.
Where's Dr. Chumley?
Oh, not knowing I cannot state. Listen, if you and Nurse Kelly can get away for a minute, we could go.
Just a minute, please. I urge you to have no resentments against Dr. Chumley. He's your friend and he's trying to help you.
Well, first I want to apologize for being late. I felt Nurse Kelly should have some flowers. Now, after what happened between the two of you this afternoon, these should be coming from you. As you grow older and pretty women pass you by, you're going to look back and think fondly on those generous girls of your youth. Shall we go, Doctor?
Dad, I said, I urge you to have no resentments against Dr. Chumley. Where is he? You'll begin by taking a cooperative attitude. That's half the battle. You all have to face reality sometime down.
Doctor, let me tell you something. I faced reality for 40 years and I finally won out over it. Let's go.
Oh, there you are. Let's go, buddy. You're going upstairs.
Just a minute, Wilson.
What?
Where's Dr. Chumley?
As I stated, I don't know.
You mean the doctor ain't shown up yet?
Oh, not yet.
All right, where is he?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Mr. Dowd walked in here by himself, Wilson.
Oh, he did he? Oh, you better start talking fast or I'm going to have to work you over.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do that, and actually, why would you mention such a thing in the presence of such a nice young lady?
Dr. Chumley went into town to pick you up. That was 4 hours ago.
Wow, time certainly does
Oh,
fly.
he's smart, isn't he, huh?
You did see Dr. Chumley tonight?
Yes, I did. He came into Charlie's place around dinner time. You know, it's a cozy place. Why don't we all go down there, have a tall one, and we can talk this out?
Well, we're going nowhere now. You better button your lip and start telling me what you did with the doctor.
What you have asked me to do is impossible.
What?
You have asked me to both button my lip and start talking. It can't be done.
Dr. Chumley went into Charlie's place.
Yes, he did. I was glad to see him. As he came in, because he was looking for me, the proprietor brought him over to my table. He sat down. We shared the conventional greetings. He said to me, "Good evening, Mr. Dowd." And I responded, "Good evening, Dr. Chumley." I believe we said that at least once.
Go on.
Well, we sat down in the booth, and that's when I introduced him to my friend Harvey.
Who?
Oh, a white rabbit, about 6 feet tall.
6 feet?
Actually, 6 feet 1.5. As I said, we sat
You
down.
can't fool around with this guy. Well, the doctor's probably lying in the ditch dead somewhere.
As I said, we sat down in the booth. I sat down here on the outside. Harvey sat there on the inside. Dr. Chumley sat across from him where he could see him and see what he was doing.
And all night on the seating arrangements.
Well, from there, Harvey wanted to get a drink. And I know he doesn't like to drink by himself, so I suggested that we join him.
And then?
We joined him.
Okay.
We continued to join him.
Go on.
And then we joined him some more.
We don't enjoy it.
Mr. Wilson, you are asking me to skip a significant portion of the evening.
I'm going. Tell us what happened. Come on. Please.
Well, Harvey and Dr. Chumley got into a discussion. It was quiet at first, then it got heated. Dr. Chumley raised his voice.
Yeah? Why?
Well, Harvey felt that Dr. Chumley bore a certain amount of responsibility for all of that joining, financially, of course. And, well, Dr. Chumley wanted nothing to do with that.
I can believe that part, can't you?
Why? Let this guy go on and let's see what he knows. He's got guts.
I decided to go ahead and take the whole thing because Charlie's place is one of our favorite places. Wonderful place. The owner is a wonderful man, great disposition. Harvey and I love it there. Then the other matter came up.
Quit your damn double talking. Start tell us what happened.
Mr. Wilson, I appreciate that you are a sincere sort of a man, but there is a lovely woman here who doesn't need to hear that language.
You're right, Dad, and we're sorry. You said the other matter came up?
Yes, in the booth across from us, there was this beautiful blonde woman. I believe her name was Mrs. Snuffles. She had her escort there. Dr. Chumley scooted in there, sat down next to her and said that he had met her before. I believe he said in Chicago. Well, her escorted Dr. Chumley back to us. And he said that Dr. Chumley really ought to mind his own affairs. Does he have any?
Does he have any what?
Well, does he have any affairs?
How would I know?
Mr. Dowd, please hurry. We're all very worried about the doctor.
Well, after that, Dr. Chumley and Harvey began arguing about where we were going to eat next. Harvey wanted to go to Pickled Out, but for some reason, Dr. Chumley wanted to go to Frankie and Johnny's. I'm not really a big fan of all of that, so I went over to the bar, grabbed something to drink. When I came back, they were gone.
Well, where did they go? I mean, where did the doctor go?
I really don't know. I had a date out here with Dr. Sanderson and Nurse Kelly, and so I came out here and I figured we'd run into the doctor and Harvey later and we'd just make a party of it.
So, you satisfied? You got his story? I know you're lying and you better start telling me the truth!
I never lie, Mr. Wilson.
I know you did something with the doctor, you better start talking!
Don't touch him.
Wilson, take a minute. Breathe. Maybe Mr. Dowd isn't lying.
Isn't lying? Him? He's nothing but a big old sack of lies! You two don't believe his story. He's telling about Dr. Chumley sitting there talking with a big white rabbit!
But maybe Dr. Chumley was at Charlie's Rest.
Talking to a big white rabbit.
Well, I mean, after all, Harvey was there. You know, at first, Dr. Chumley seemed afraid of Harvey. But then that sort of gave way to admiration as the evening wore on. That's a nice turn of phrase. As the evening wore on. With your permission, I'd like to try it one more time. As the evening wore on.
With your permission, I'm gonna knock your teeth down your throat! I'm gonna hit you so hard!
Mr. Wilson, don't you have some friends you can go play with someday?
Oh, he couldn't come out here with a regular old piece of the DTs? No! He had to come out here with a 6-foot rabbit!
As stimulating as this has all been, I need to go downtown.
Now, you're not going anywhere.
At Charlie's place? Is there a Dr. Chumley anywhere around there? He was in there earlier with a Mr. Dowd. What? Well, you don't have to bite my head off. My, that man was mad. He said that Mr. Dowd is welcome any time, but that his friend was not.
That would be Mr. McNulty, the bartender. He thinks quite a bit of me. I have things that I must do. I must go.
But Mr. Dowd?
Yes, my dear. May I hold your hand?
Oh, if you'd like to. Mrs. Chumley is so worried sick that something must have happened to the doctor. Won't you please try and remember something else that might make her feel better? Please?
For you, my dear, I would do anything. I might even live my life again. Almost. I told you everything.
You're sure?
Yes, I am. Would you ask me again? I loved that warm tone in your voice just now.
So did I.
Nuts!
What?
Nuts, I said!
I do have things to do.
Mr. Dowd,
Yes.
what is it that you do?
Nurse Kelly, would you have a seat, please? Harvey and I go into bars. We order a drink, we put some money in the jukebox. Pretty soon, other people come in. And the look on their face says, "No, I don't know you, mister. You seem like a pretty fine fella." We came in as strangers, but we leave with friends. And you know, they come up and they tell me all about their lives. All the terrible things they've done, and all the great big dreams they have, the disappointments and the hopes, and sometimes the fears. And none of them are small, because nobody brings anything small in a bar. And then I introduced them to Harvey. And he is bigger and stronger than anything that they brought to me. You know, it's a shame because very rarely do the same people come back. I guess that's envy. Seems to me that there's unfortunately a little bit of envy even in the best of us, you know?
Dad, how did you come to call him Harvey?
His name's Harvey.
But how do you know that?
That's an interesting coincidence. A few years ago, I was walking down on Fairfax between 18th and 19th. You know that area?
Yes.
Yes. Well, my friend Ed Hickey had been mixing his gin and his rum, and I felt he needed conveying. So, as I was walking down the road, I heard a voice say, "Good evening, Mr. Dow." I turned, and there, against the lamppost, was a 6-foot white rabbit. I didn't think anything of it, because after all, when you've lived in a town as long as I've lived in this one, you get used to the fact that there's people who know you that you don't know. He looked at me and he said, "Seems to me that Ed Hickey is a little bit spiffed tonight, if I'm not mistaken." Now, I think the world and all of Ed, but he was definitely spiffed. So that turned into a conversation, and for about 10 minutes we were talking, and then I said to him, "You know, you have the advantage of me. You know my name, but I don't know yours." And this is where the coincidence comes in. He looked at me and he said, "Well, what's your favorite name?" That was easy. Harvey has always been my favorite name, and I told him so. And he said, "Well, that happens to be my name."
What was your father's name?
Joseph Frederick Dow.
Dad, when you were younger, didn't you have a playmate? Someone whom you'd spend many carefree, happy hours with?
I did, Doctor, didn't you?
What was his name?
Vern McElhenney. Now, did you know the McElhenneys? There's a lot of them, and they circulate. Wonderful people.
Dad, just think. Sometime, someplace. Didn't you know anybody with the name Harvey? Think, Dad, please.
No, Doctor. That's why I always held such high hopes for it.
Come on, Wilson, we're taking Dad upstairs now.
Oh, I'm not taking him nowhere. You made this your show, now you run it. Fooling around with him while the doctor's probably in a ditch somewhere bleeding to death.
Come on, Dad. Come on, boy.
Well, certainly, Lyman. But, got me back soon. I promised Harvey I'd take him to the floor show.
Oh, boy.
Gentlemen, are you okay? Are you okay? All right, yes, I'm all right, Wilson. Lock that door.
Why?
I'm being followed.
Who's following you?